I'm Gary Peeling. I'm Managing Director of Precision Printing in the UK. I want to talk to you a little bit about Dscoop. I'm sure by now you will have seen a lot of our marketing, and it focuses quite rightly on share and learn. But we are in Europe. We are in probably the toughest economic climate that certainly I can remember in the 20 years that I've been in the business. So I know that we have to be pragmatic. So sharing and learning is obviously important. But what I want to talk to you about today is how you can earn and how you can earn out of Dscoop. And what I want to do first of all is to give you the big picture, and then we'll talk about some specifics. So we are lucky. We are HP Indigo printers, and we are involved in a market which is growing. But I know just as well as you do that we're presented by many challenges. Interestingly, those challenges no longer come from competition from our fellow PSPs, but they come from other media which are taking away marketing euros, pounds and dollars from our businesses. As individual companies, we are limited. We're limited in terms of the scope and the range of products that we can deliver to our customers. Even with the new platforms, digital printing has a limited range in terms of the products that we can deliver. So the big picture with regard to Dscoop for me, and I think for you, is that potentially through collaboration and a network we can move away from limits to an area of huge possibilities. And those possibilities for me sit around print on demand. Print on demand, I believe, is going to be how all print is delivered within the next decade. But as single PSPs, we can't deliver an effective solution for our customers. Now, our customers know, perhaps better than we do as PSPs, that some markets in the world are growing. So although we may have some temporary difficulties in Europe, there are markets in South America, Asia and India, etc., the BRIC countries, which are growing incredibly quickly, and they want to access them. And that's really really interesting. So how do we, as a single PSP, deliver an effective solution for our customers globally? Well, that's what the Dscoop network is about. So now we can sit in front of a customer and know with confidence that we can deploy a campaign or a program around the world without it having to be produced by us here, and without the hassle of piecemeal trying to find partners in those nations. But in addition to that, and perhaps even more exciting for our immediate situation, is that Dscoop is already happening. It has 7,000 members in the Americas and in Asia, and those members have exactly the same challenges. They have customers that want to access the European market, and they are extremely keen to learn about your business and to find and to partner with people to deliver programs throughout Europe. So this is about not only a long-term opportunity but a short-term opportunity. And we're pragmatic in Europe, and we know that when we pay expenses, we've got to get a return. When we spend time, we want to make sure that we're going to get something back. But we shouldn't fool ourselves that our colleagues in the Americas and Asia are any different. So why are these 7,000 people involved already? Well, across America and across Asia and in between the two, they're already trading together. They're already delivering solutions from East Coast to West Coast, Central and so on. They know that working together they can build better solutions for their customers. They can leverage the benefits that printing and digital printing in particular can deliver for their customers in a much more effective way. So that's the theory, and it's a big theory, and that's to come later on. But I wanted to tell you about my own personal experience here at Precision Printing. I've been involved with Dscoop for a couple of years now, even before EMEA launched. And prior to that, I've been active within the HP network. In our business today, 25% of our turnover comes from connections from companies in Europe, in America, and in Asia. It's already happening for us, and it's only really just the start. So you're going to hear about some interesting developments that the network are putting together. We are going to have very shortly the most effective PSP directory probably on the planet. It's going to allow us as PSPs within the membership group to be able to assess partners quickly and easily, and also to deploy request for price across a number of suppliers in any country or any market. But it isn't just going to be for us. It's also going to be marketed to brands and to marketeers. HP are going to leverage quite a huge part of their back-selling budget to drive end users to this site to be able to access their products. And we all know, I think, how effective that HP back-selling program can be. So when we're looking at this proposition, and when you're looking at your travel expenses, the membership fee, and asking what Dscoop can do for you, I believe that Dscoop can provide us all with a much brighter future. So if you're going to be on the directory, why would you want to go to the event? Well, I think you probably know the answer to that. The truth is, and it's a universal truth, is that people do business with people. And we've all had websites for probably 20 years now. And although that might bring us business, it's really about the connections that you make face to face. So when I was in front of a customer just a couple of days ago, and they asked me about a program that they wanted to roll out globally, through the time that I've spent at the events, I didn't even have to go to the PSP locator, because I knew the partners that I would deal with in Central, in Mid America, West Coast America, and East Coast America. I have partners that I know personally in Australia, India, and Japan. So you get to connect with these people. So let me talk about Barcelona. At Barcelona, this huge network, our 7,000 members, we're going to have key members from the Americas, both North and South, and Asia, that are going to be joining us at that event in Barcelona. Some of them will be speaking. You get to look in the whites of their eyes, you get to see the cut of their jib, and perhaps maybe you have a beer or two. And what you do is you form relationships which are not only personally rewarding, but are also commercially rewarding as well. So don't be fooled. This isn't a club. This is about doing business, doing digital business better, and it's about growing your business and our business into the future. I really look forward to seeing you all in Barcelona. Thanks for listening.